Hi everyone, I hope you are well. I am very late today doing a video. I've been struggling a little bit, I'll be honest, with the whole thing, and I think I went out today to the shop next door. I was very pleased to see that my little fruit shop, the two owners had a mask on because I was worrying about them. And yeah, and it was just kind of a funny feeling. There were everybody out there had masks on, and I didn't have one, and they were kind of, the people with the mask sort of had this sense of protection, and so they kept coming near me, and you're not supposed to go near people, and I just came home and had a bit of a panic attack. So yep, that's how my mind is today. But then I spoke to my mum, and my mum said, maybe because all of the news here is very gloomy, like we get interviews from the doctors up in the Milan area, and really what they're going through is pretty horrific. And so yeah, my mum said, maybe, I know you want to keep yourself informed, but maybe it's a good idea if you don't watch the news for a little while, for a day or two, just to give yourself a break, because I haven't been sleeping. I think my mind is a little bit stressed and worrying about it. And so, yeah, so that's why I'm late doing my video, although you won't know because I'm always very slow at uploading them. And because Steffi's here working, so I can't really get onto the computer until after dinner. So yeah, so that's how it is at the moment. But I've finally gotten myself into my room, and I'm gonna get my happy on. That's what I'm gonna do. So I think my mum's advice is very good. I was worrying about her yesterday because she's on her own, and she's a pensioner, and you know, my brothers and my older brother lives in Brisbane, and my younger brother and sister live in Sydney. So she's, you know, mum's on her own. So I was worrying about her because I was thinking I've pretty much been in the house and not having too much contact with people except for my mother-in-law, and then messaging friends and stuff, obviously, since for the last 3 weeks. And I was just trying to imagine my mum, you know, locked in her, not going out in her place, and being all on her own. So it kind of made me a bit sad yesterday, worrying about her. And anyway, I spoke to her today, and she said, "Oh, look, I've been kind of isolated." Mum's already been kind of isolating herself because I've told her that it spreads very easily, and you can't see who. And I think Mum is taking precautions, and so, and anyway, she seems very positive. And I said to her, just if it does happen, I hope it doesn't. Maybe it won't get to that point in Australia. Maybe it won't. I hope not. Anyway, I said to her, just make sure you ring, you know, all of us often, and sort of, because it's hard by yourself. I mean, there's 3 of us here. Well, I had Lulu, and then I've got my videoing and stuff, and it's like I'm chatting to my friends. So that's really, you know, great. So anyway, Mum is a very positive sort of person, where those sorts of things, and optimistic. So yep, she's determined to fight it. And anyway, she's a very creative, crafty person, as we know, and she's got plenty of material to keep her going. And occasionally I'll just surprise her and buy her something, you know, like from one of her favorite online shops in England, and she gets a surprise. So so she's got plenty to work with. So there we have it. That's where I'm at today. And it'll probably be a bit up and down a bit in these next few weeks, because we're not at the peak of it yet. They're thinking we might only be halfway through. Might even, I don't know, might be longer. So I hope everybody is well. I know that a lot of you have commented in the States that it's spreading to your area. You know, we didn't have a panic or anything. I did have a panic attack today, but that was just, I think that was just, you know, just because it's been a long time now. and just watching too much news and getting a little bit too much information, that maybe I'd do better with less information and walk around a bit like an ignoramus without the information. Might fare me better than knowing stuff, sort of thing. So yes, I think the knowing things is not good for me. Oh, I like this tea-dyed paper. I need to do some more of that. I didn't do any of that. You see, I've been faffing about. You'd think I'd be getting so much done, and I'm not. And so what I'm doing now is I'm actually just going to make a few tags. It doesn't matter if I don't use them all in this project, but I just love them. I love these backgrounds. I just want to have a play with them. Maybe I'll select one off here. We've already used that one. That's the lolly colour one that I printed incorrectly. But I think I might use one like this. We'll just select a couple. We've got a few blue ones, don't we? We've got two blue ones. We've got one in the front of the envelope and one, and then one. We don't need that. I think I'll take one of these as well. And then I wanted to do a couple of the journaling cards. I can't believe I did this, and it's turning into a series. It's like a mini-series, isn't it? A mini-series of a little bit of drama. Oh, these are the ones printed on the good paper. See the difference? So this is the 120 GSM, so slightly heavier. So this is copy paper, and the copy paper is 80 or 70 or 80 GSM, depends. And then this is 120, so it's very slightly, it's not quite a cardstock. But it's a better quality paper. It feels nicer. This is a bit rougher. And the colours are always more intense on there. That's got nothing to do with the price of fish. Here we go. That's what we want. Now we'll choose, I think I'm going to choose the owl. We love the owl. And I think I'll choose, maybe I'll choose this one with the alphabet. And then we'll choose two more because we don't need too many. We really don't need to exaggerate. Well, I don't think we do, but then we might. I just love them all, these two. I can always put them somewhere else, can't I, if I make extras? Do we ever end up with extras? No, not really. Okay, there we have it. Okay, just making decisions as we go along. Okay, so that's that paper. I don't think I'll use that. Gosh, I love this paper. I really do. Thank you, Steffi. Okay. Oh, that's my other papers. Okay, we'll leave those there for a minute and let's just cut these out. Okay. So someone had asked me what were you originally going to put in. I thought you were going to put in a journal in that in the envelope thing that we decorated. I was actually thinking of like a ephemera folder thing. Oh, if you can hear some Italian talking, that's my husband. He's got the TV on because the San Marino government, the government of San Marino, the Republic of San Marino, is now making some declarations about what's going to happen there, because they've got a lot of infections up there per capita, because there's only 20,000 people in that country. That's where Steffi works. And so, and you know, there's only 20,000. They've got quite a high amount of infections for a very small population. So I think the government's going to come out with some measures like ours. Okay, here we go. Now I've gotten myself organised. We can get cracking. Get on to business. Now, I need to put some backing on. I've got some, this is like just some vintage book page. There's a bit of yellowing there. So I thought I'll use some of that too, I think. Yes. Oh, I could do 3. I'm not doing 3. I don't have any other tags. Okay, well, maybe we'll put some of these on there. Don't want to do them all exactly the same. As they are going in the one spot, maybe we should change, you know, what's on the reverse side. I'll do one of these. Okay. Okay, so that's those two. Okay. So basically, I don't know if I said this yesterday, we were trying to figure out if we were actually allowed to go out for a walk, because we went for a walk yesterday. And I told you about the ladies wanting to go down to Rimini for a coffee, and they got fined. €206 the fine is, I think, a person. And so we're wondering, I mean, my husband was insisting, of course we're allowed to go out for a walk. So anyway, we think we're allowed to go for a walk, but we have to take a sort of, there's this form that you print out, and so you print the form out and you fill it out and you say what your purpose is, why you are out and about. And I think exercise is allowed, and we don't actually live right in the centre. We don't live in Rimini. We live in the province of Rimini. So we live in another town. It's a small town, very pretty, and we don't actually live right in the centre. We live out more in the, well, I guess you'd call them the burbs, but they're not really the burbs. It's kind of, I mean, everywhere you go in Italy pretty much except for Rome and Milan, the really big cities, actually take you little to no time to get out of the city and get into the countryside. So we've got fields, we've got lots of you know, people, apartments and stuff and houses, but also fields as well where people are growing their veggies and stuff. Yeah, so we don't live right in the centre. So when we go walking, you actually don't come across that many people. So that's good, because we're not allowed to, you're not allowed to form groups of people. So I'm not allowed to ring my friend. Well, I can't anyway, because she's sick. She and her husband. So they live around the corner. I can't ring them and say, oh, you want to go for a walk? And then, you know, they come for a walk with us. Then we'd be forming a group, and we're not allowed to do that. But you're allowed to walk husband and wife and that sort of thing. But you have to keep a metre distance away from everybody. So, so we think we are allowed to go for a walk. I think, I think it would be silly if they stopped you doing that, wouldn't it? Because you still got to get a bit of exercise and a bit of fresh air, because otherwise you go bananas. And my mother-in-law rang before. She rings every day because, they've really relegated themselves into the house, hardly going out at all. But she went for a walk. She rang me. She was having a walk, and I said, and what about Steph's dad? What's he doing? Because he does not like staying at home. And she said, or he lies on the couch watching TV all day, or today he's actually come out with me. And she said he's walking 2 meters in front. And I thought that was so funny. And we said, did you take your form that you have to have because you'll get fined? And then she's like, oh, I don't have any of those. And so we printed them out. And she wasn't coming in the building. We had to slip them under the door. How funny is that? And she took them from under the door. We couldn't stop laughing. So, and then she said, it's me, like this out the door. So I opened it. You should have seen how far she stepped back. Aren't I terrible? Oh, it was entertaining. You got to find light in a serious-ish situation. Okay, now I am trying to find some more plain paper. I know I've got some. Oh, I know. I wanted to use some of this. Some paper bag. I like putting paper bag on the back of things. It's recycling. I feel like I'm doing my bit. Okay. I'll be done in a minute, and when we'll do, you know, a bit more fun stuff. But this is what I do. I prepare, like if I'm doing, you know, a series, like a whole lot of tags or journaling cards or something, this is what I'll do. I'll make my selection. If I'm not necessarily going to collage on the back, I want to leave it plain, I will go through and do all the backs and cut them out before I move on and do the next thing. I just got to take a bit off otherwise. Well, if I missed a bit, all I would do is then collage it. Oh, the other good thing is that my glue sticks arrived today, so that's good. I won't run out of those, but then I realised I'm on to my last white glue. So now I'm going to have to do another order. Those poor Amazon delivery people. They'll have to keep on coming over. Yep, so I think tonight I'm going to take some melatonin, and that might help me relax a bit and sleep. And I'm not watching, well, maybe I'll just watch the first headlines of the news, but I won't watch the details. How about that? I like being informed and knowing what's going on. It's hard not to watch. So, oh, see, that tea-dyed paper that I was looking at before, the reason why I kept, I might do this piece. The reason why I kept moving past it, but I'll do that side, was because look how they're lovely. They've got really nice, so a lot of the ones that I sort of moved past, I felt like it's a shame, sort of both sides were nice. If you know, like this one is both sides is nice, but I've already kept some of that part, so I felt like I could put, I might put that one there like that. I can put these on the reverse side because we've already got some of that pattern. And I do like the other side as well. Don't know if I'm making any sense at all, but hopefully. And I'm trimming it right down. Normally I would snip around really fast and then trim it nicely, but I don't want to waste my nice tea-dyed paper. I must remind me, I might make up a brew of my tea. I put a couple of spoons of coffee into, but you can't smell that. It's just really tea. I might make that up so it's nice and already cool in the morning, and then I can make do some papers. Oh, and while I'm ordering my PVA glue, I might order another packet of regular paper, copy paper. If I'm going to be doing tea dyeing, I'll finish it up really quickly, because I'm trying to avoid going to the supermarket. I really am trying to avoid it. I don't want to go. Our issue is, however, we are running out of wine. We haven't been drinking wine every day, but we didn't stock up before this all, sort of before my husband was staying home too, and everything was shut. So we didn't stock up, and we've got one bottle. We're fine for the weekend, but we'll need some then after that. Wine is very important on the weekend. Okay, nearly done. I'm actually finding this very relaxing. If you're not finding it relaxing, you could, it's too late now, but you could have fast forward. Okay. Right. So that's done. Put that over there. Okay, I had to do a big tidy up before. It was such a mess. On the floor, like I couldn't slide my chair out because there was stuff everywhere, and I was sort of feeling a bit trapped. There's Tracy Foxes over there. I'm not using those right now. I'm using those for something else. Okay, so here I did do a little bit of fussy cutting this morning. I did do that. So I can have a little look in here and see. I think I'll just I'll do very simple sort of decorations I'm just looking for my scissors. You see, now I tied it up. Got to find things. That's the dilemma when you tidy. Got to find things. Right. Okay. Just whizzing around my little steppy butterfly. I think this is a steppy butterfly. I think so. Can't remember. Could be a Tracy butterfly, but I think it's a steppy one. Or is it a Tracy? Don't know. Either or. Okay. Right. I love that. Yep. That makes me happy. That makes me very happy. And I think what will make me happier is if I stand up and go over here. Where did I put them? I think I've got them here. I stood up for nothing. Here they are. I want one of these. I do. Just deciding. Cut that one. Would have been good if I tidied up one of my baskets and got myself a little garbage bin, wouldn't it? Okay. I'm curious to know what I wonder, do they have a president of the, I guess it's the president speaking, or is it a prime minister in San Marino? I don't know. I'll just put that there. So it's kind of architecture, but it's also going to be a little bit botanical. Okay, so that's that. What can we put on this one? Nope. Oh, you see, I like that. I really like that. I might put it just sitting up like that, straight. Oh, I lost the antenna. I want to keep the antenna. I don't want to lose the antenna. Just a second. It's got a big chunk of glue. Oh dear, I've lost that antenna. It's got glue all over it. I'll see if I can save it afterwards. Am I on screen? Yes. I seem to be, touch wood, I seem to have been able to get my camera pretty much on screen this year, haven't I? That was my resolution, was to be on screen. And it seems to be working so far, touch wood. I don't know why. Oh, now that is a disaster. We'll have to take that one off as well. Okay. Oh, and I didn't wet my wet one. Okay. I'll draw those on. I'll do that afterwards. Okay, and we need something else, do we? Oh, I know. One of these lovely Tina numbers. Doesn't really matter which one. I like that. Okay, that's that one. I cleaned my mat too. I gave this IKEA one that I put over the Arteza one. gave it a scrub. Okay, so what we've got to put butterflies again because we've done those. I think a pretty flower would be nice on there maybe. Let's have a look what we've got. Butterflies, you're in my way. Oh, there's a bird. That's a Tracy bird. I don't want to cover that. Oh, that bird can go over there. That's going to be pretty. Do I have something else small that can go with it? Do I? I mean, you know I have no problem with snipping things off. Maybe I'll put that one up because I don't want to lose that nice bit there. I really do like that. Don't know. There's that one. No. Got all kinds of nice things cut out here to use. I think I'll go with the pink ones. Oh, I like that bird. Let's have a look. Oh, I like that. Cute. That's going to stay there. I quite like that. Or, now how is that bird sitting on there? Like that? Quite like that. And I will put some lace somewhere, I think. Or I've got this one. Oh, I quite like those. I think I like that colour. And I think I might get some form of something. Some form of something. That's good, isn't it? That's good to know. What else do I have? I do really like all this stuff. You can't see what I'm looking at. Like this. So let me tell you a bit about San Marino. So San Marino is a republic. It's a very small country, you know, a bit like Liechtenstein and Monaco. And they have their own government, and there's actually like a border. It's half an hour from my house, not even 20 minutes, 25 minutes, depending. Yeah, 25 minutes. You don't normally find too much traffic. And that's where Steph works. And it's really funny because it's another country. They have their own passport. They actually have to have a visa to go to many countries. But when you go there, they're pretty much, they don't like to hear you say that. I guess it's like calling a Canadian an American or a New Zealander an Australian, but actually this is a little bit different because there's no sort of visible border, if you know what I mean. And when you go there, like some of our friends are from there, some of our dearest friends, and actually she has the virus. Another friend of mine, I just discovered that, I think that was yesterday. I think she's getting better. I don't know. But anyway, she told me she was feeling better, so I guess she's feeling better. So anyway, but it's funny to me because when you listen to them, they have the same accent as the people from Romania. They have, which is our region, and they have, they like, you know, similar traditions, similar food and everything. So to me, it's like they're Italians, but they're not, if you know what I mean. So it's quite odd. And I know that, like, any of my friends that I brought there have been fascinated by it. And also my dad loves it. He thought it was very clean, and he said, you should come and live in San Marino. And I said to Dad, oh, well, they protect their country. We're not allowed to go and live in San Marino. Even though Steph works there and pays taxes there, he's not allowed to live there. So, but because they're such a small country, they need Italians to work there, because they don't have, you know, like there's not enough skilled people in the population to do certain jobs. So they always have to have, there's a lot of Italians that work there. There you go. Found a bit of trivia for you. I can't remember exactly what date it was founded, San Marino, what century. It was just very early on, like 6th century or something like that. And I think it was like there was some sort of persecutions or something, and they, or it's like a big mountain, and they hit up on this big mountain, and then this community formed up there, and then they sort of became their own country, and or their own state, and they've always been left alone. Like I think some of it got bombed during the war. I'm not sure. A lot of it got damaged, so a lot of it's been rebuilt. It's not all original in the old centre. I did look it all up a long time ago, but I can't remember exactly the history of it. That's what I want to say. But it's quite interesting, and they've always been left alone. And when they unified Italy, they were allowed to stand alone. Yeah, no, but they haven't really been too badly harassed throughout history. They've always been left to do what they want. And then it became a tax haven, and they're a little bit naughty. Became a tax haven, and that's how I think a lot of them made money up there. And then they got blacklisted in the big financial crisis, and now they're not on the naughty list anymore, I don't think. But I think it was a bit of a blow for some of the banks up there. But yeah, they're not on the naughty list anymore. I really like working with these architectural backgrounds. Who'd have thought? I'm not necessarily putting this on. I'm just going to have a look. I don't know why, but with these Tracy Fox labels, no, I think won't put that one on there. I like keeping them on the big sheet, because then you can, I think if they're little, because they're so little, then you have to sort of flip through them. It would be kind of annoying. So I kind of like keeping them on the big sheet and then just snipping them off as I need them. Maybe a little piece of lace. I thank my lucky stars that, yep, I like that. When I went to, Lulu, she's ignoring me. Did I put this on upside down? I did. I've just realised it's upside down. Well, we're covering that up. Lulu! Yeah? Can I have a herbal tea, please? Thank you. The purple one, please. Sorry, guys. Okay, I put that one upside down. Just pretend like I didn't. Okay, so what are we going to put on here? Moving right along. No. Just trying to see. No. I really am liking the butterflies on here. Let's see what other butterflies. Those are the last of the butterflies that Steffi did. The last of the butterflies that Steffi did that, I like the birds. I really do like the birds that he did. And what did I want to say? They're talking about me in the kitchen. It's distracting. That he did on the blue background. There you go. Got it out. So I've got this here. Could use a bit of this to create a bit of texture or something. Haven't used any of this. Oh, I was saying that I am thankful that I got to Florence and I stocked up on a bit of, you know, bit of laces and stuff like that, because lo and behold, here we are. No antique markets, none. Too many people gather in an antique market. No antique markets, no events, no going out. All shops are closed except for food shops, pharmacies, and anything that is considered to be essential. Well, for me, it's essential. All my crafting stuff. Thank goodness I've got a stock of it all, because I would be struggling, wouldn't I? Because who knows when it's all going to open up again. Right. There we go. I'm going to stick the birdie on. I haven't done too many flowers. I could do the flowers more, I think, on the tags, because the flowers are quite tall.
In the end, I had enough water, so
Oh, thank you, Lulu. Thank you.
Ho scritto nel mio quadernino la ricetta per fare la pizza.
Oh, yeah, so Lulu helped Steffi make the pizza dough today. We're having pizza. It's good having Daddy home because he made the dough at lunchtime. There's one of the secrets is to make the dough early on, and let it you put less yeast in it, but let it rise for longer. And normally he makes it in the morning or the day before. Did you bring my tea?
Oh, it's still, I don't know, like, I was letting it sit so it could, like...
Oh, but I'll need you, sorry to be bossy, but I'll need you to bring it to me afterwards because I'm doing a video. Thank you, Lulu. What a bossy mama. Yep, so what I was saying, yes, he puts less yeast in it because the yeast is sometimes what makes it hard to digest and also tough. It makes the dough tough. When you cook it, it goes all hard, too hard to, it's hard to bite into. So I don't need much on this one. Let's just get this one done. So Lulu helped him. So she's written the recipe down. Haven't you, Lulu?
Yeah.
And we were able to get mozzarella and stuff at our shop next door, so we are set. Oh, thank you. You're very nice. Hot.
Did you get the pizza mozzarella?
I had one pizza mozzarella because I've had frozen a bit of it.
Oh, okay.
Because we didn't use it all.
Oh.
Another time, so I froze it because you can freeze it, and then I got fresh. I got 3 fresh mozzarellas.
Oh, okay. So will you like mix it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the difference in Italy between fresh and mozzarella cheese, the pizza mozzarella, sorry, is that the pizza one is, the pizza one is, it's like a, oh, I think I like this idea, but not that flour. The pizza one is, it's kind of like firmer and there's not so much liquid in it.
Not so much like water.
Yeah, there's no water. It's not fresh, if you know what I mean. It's fresh, but not fresh. I'm going to do it like that. And then fresh mozzarella are the mozzarellas that are soft and you buy them in the bag with water in them. They're fresh mozzarellas. So there you go. You've had a mozzarella lesson. And my granny used to call it mozzarella with an N. Mozzarella. That was my English granny. There we go. Actually, I needed that to move over a bit. Can I do it? Yes, I can. Over you come. There we go. Got sticky fingers. Okay. Does it need anything else? Well, I could, let me just see all these bits of lace everywhere. No. Okay. Well, what about, let me just have a look at this. I just need to test everything just to make sure I've done the best I can. No. Okay. Good. Tested. Put that over there. Okay, now we can move on to these. So, did all this fussy cutting today, and I'll probably use it all. I mean, not all the butterflies, but the flowers. Not on that one. I like the butterfly. I told you I was going to use the flowers on the tags, and here I am putting another butterfly on because I like them. Dearie me. And then that will get a lace top, or book page top would be nice. So pretty easy. I'm finding them pretty easy to decorate, really, and I like that. Having trouble picking things up. Or would I like that more on there? Ooh, I think I do. So that one can go over there. Do I have any little birds? Not that bird. I did cut out some very big birds before, so some of them won't be any good for this. Oh, isn't that cute? Yeah. Oh, I quite like that. Oh, I might like that one on there. I'll just trim off. Oh, I might like it more on that one, you see. Need to do some more fussy cutting. Oh, here's some purple. What about some purple? Something like that. Something like that. Okay. Am I still recording? Yes. Probably been here forever. It's becoming a very many-part series, isn't it? Many parts to it. So I can put those away, actually. I might be able to go a bit faster. Pick up this sheet and chuck it. I don't want to drop it in my tea, then I'd be sorry. There we go. Good having sticky fingers. Okay, good. New page. Right. I might like a little bit of something behind it. Yep. It's nice and textural, this tea-dyed paper too. To be careful here. Whoops. And then okay, nice. So botanical and birds, this journal, and architecture. Now, does this one want a little bit of book page? I think it might. And all of the book page that I like to use in my collaging is always book page bits and pieces that I've kept from when I've altered books. I put the I put the majority of the pages, well, I put some in the book, the original book, when I make the journal, and then some I'll put into the book bundles, and then some I'll keep to use because it's nice paper to use. And then I normally keep the ones, they're mostly first half of the 1800s, and I'll keep some of the later 1800s if, yeah, I like that, if the papers are particularly interesting. Okay. Just want to see. I think I would quite like that there. Just adds that extra sort of element, I think. When you've got like a fairly nice background that you like, you don't really need to cover it. You just need to add a couple of things, I think. Okay, so in this video we've made some tags, and I'll stitch them off screen, some tags and journaling cards, and then in the next video we'll just finish it all off. We'll put some sort of a few tucks, but they'll just be glued in, and then we'll it's going to go there, so I need to trim off the tail. I really like that. Yes, so we'll put some tucks so that we can put all the tags in and just finish it off. I'm going to have a couple of things for to slip in those pockets and that sort of thing, and then it can be finished. Okay, I kind of put it up a bit higher than I had planned to. There we go. It's not too sticky, that's okay. Right, and then I think that one needs something else. So we made quite a bit here. It did help that I had done some fussy cutting this morning, so that does help. I need one of these. I think maybe I like this one, I'm not sure. Yep, keep it simple. Oh, I need to do my Marguerite Miller challenge too, to get that done. There we go. How about that? Oh, I'm really happy with this crafting session. It's been good therapy. So, there's this tag here. I hope there's no reflection on there. That's a little bit crooked now that I'm looking at it, standing up. Okay, and then, oh, I love this tag. Isn't that wonderful? Well, I think it is. I like that. Really nice. Then, they're great. I'll have to show Steph. He's going to love that. That one. That one. This one with the bird. Oh, it looks like he's outside in the garden, outside of the building. And then this one. This one, I feel like it might need a little something there. Just a minute. Just let's have a little look. I know I keep saying it, but these are, I'm standing up now, these are the best labels ever. And Tracy has many sets of them. Okay. Yep. I like that. So that's that one. And then we've got this one here. Sorry. This is the same purple. Oh, I like that. I'm going to put that there. Sorry. You thought you were leaving, but you're not. That one there. There we go. So that's that one. Then we've got this one here. Simply put a butterfly on there. I'm sure I could find something else to add on there, but I won't. And then we've got this one here. And then this one here. And then this one. And what I'll do is, and that one's upside down, but you can't tell because that's there. If you, I mean, you can tell if you know columns, but if you don't know columns, then you can't tell. What I'll do is I'll show you them all stitched after in the next video. So look how many. I mean, that's really great. Have your fussy cuts done. Have a nice background where you only need to add a few elements. And then off you go and you get a whole lot of tags done. And they're very pretty. Well, in my opinion, they are anyway. So thank you for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye.